Cześć, to już kolejny odcinek z Dragon Age. Z Solasem mamy nawiązać kontakt. Poznaliśmy już tego typa. Nazbyt on miły nie jest. Neve. Ja bym jeszcze generalnie szybko udał się do Neve, słuchajcie. Warsztat, słuchajcie, że my tego nie widzieliśmy. Pełni potencjału wyposażenia. Czyli co, byśmy mogli generalnie ulepszyć sobie topór. Nowy poziom by nas kosztował 4 złota, 26 drewna i 26 tego. To nawet nas... Aha, i co, już nam się ulepszył? Wydawało mi się, że mniej mieliśmy przedmiotów. Dobra, może źle to interpretuję w tym momencie. Kurde. Ona jest zahipnotyzowana czy coś, ale szkoda, że nie możemy tutaj z postaciami porozmawiać sobie w dowolnym momencie. To dla mnie tutaj wielki minus tej gry. Dobra. Szukamy tego miejsca, gdzie byśmy mogli nawiązać kontakt.
Wait, that room wasn't there before, I don't think.
Nie było. Zdecydowanie ten pokój był zamknięty, przecież to sprawdzałem.
Therefore Harding must have put my pack here. It makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
Życie latarni, proszę. Tu jeszcze mamy o krasnoludach, widzę. Proszę bardzo, list do domu. I elfy. Żeby nic nam nie umknęło. Co my tu w postaciach możemy zrobić? Postać właściwie. Ja bym mógł sobie... Pancerz, ale on jest zdecydowanie lepszy, ale ten by miał obronę większość, ale zmniejszone obrażenia od zdolności. Rzadko skorzystam z tych obrażeń od zdolności. My tego ulepszyliśmy? No dobra, nie wiem. Plecak na wyprawę?
Every time I look at this, I can hear that little girl thanking me for saving her village from Darkspawn. She said that since the Grey Wardens didn't have griffins anymore, I could have hers. If I hadn't been there, I'd never have met Varric. And never had to deal with the first warden complaining I ignored orders.
W sumie mi się należało. Byłem porywczy.
I was so determined to save that village I couldn't wait for reinforcements. But if I'd failed, I'd have left a gap for Darkspawn to pour through and kill thousands. I have to get better at seeing the big picture.
Szkoda, że przy tym zadaniu nie musieliśmy znaleźć tych przedmiotów, chyba że musieliśmy, a ja ich nie znalazłem.
Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solas, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done. I don't know if I see a hero's face, but it's a face that's seen a lot, Got a few new scars. Some that show up in a mirror, some that don't. But Varric believed in me then, and he believes in me now. I can do this. A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me the scroll went back even before Tevinter. Said that elves had a rich history, even more than the rest of us. And we've got a culture that's lasted thousands of years. Good to remember everything we've done. Meditation upon the use of blades. Must have read this thing cover to cover a dozen times during weapons training. The number of times I banged my head against this book trying to make the concepts work. But that training has kept me alive so far. Right, that's better. Now, how do I connect to Solas? Just sleep or relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
But perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. You could not possibly be here to take advice from the one you called the elven god of lies.
Poważnie? Wypominasz mi to?
So you're gonna be insufferable about it. See, this is the reason nobody likes you.
I led a rebellion for centuries that culminated in the creation of the Veil and the destruction of the Elven Empire.
Okay, this is among the reasons nobody likes you.
My information was accurate. Now you realize that the danger is real.
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
Przymierzę wysoko.
I stopped you, didn't I?
You disrupted the ritual.
Yeah, I did. Even though I'm nowhere near as powerful as you.
Your plan is to tell me how powerful you aren't?
Back in the Grey Wardens, I was with a group of recruits outside this village dealing with the Darkspawn incursion. Our orders were to wait for reinforcements, but we knew that by the time they arrived, everyone in that village would be dead.
So you led your team of recruits in anyway, collapsing the tunnel and saving the village.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that powerful opposition doesn't frighten me. I find a way to get the job done, whatever it takes.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris, the elven gods as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
The rest of the Blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the Blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
But we can stop them from freeing the Blight, right?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
I'm not going to bend a knee to blighted, murdering monsters just because their ears are pointed like mine. I don't think many other elves are going to either.
Agreed. Elganan and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganan and Gillenane.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and the corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes, I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
Tak się zastanawiam, czy my w ogóle możemy mu ufać. Stylizację do swojego wyposażenia. Wygląd wyposażenia można modyfikować w garderobie. Biegniemy z nim porozmawiać.
So Solas told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demeter's crossing...
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
Nie chcę twojej roboty, to niezbyt, nie?
I'll get it done.
I never doubted it.
Nev might.
Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? I watched you lead a few misfit recruits and push back one of the biggest darkspawn hordes I've ever seen.
Just needed to find the right strategy.
And no other warden found it. You stopped that horde. Had to drop a town hall on it, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solas wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
No co byś mógł nam powiedzieć?
There is something. When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Neve got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Neve has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
Tak spoglądam 15 minut odcinka. O, teraz do Neve mamy przejść. 15 minut odcinka, a my tylko gadu, nic do przodu nie pchnięte. Te rozmowy co prawda są ciekawe.
Hey, Neve. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Valara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the demon of Virantium.
Working with a feared mage killer doesn't bother you?
If he doesn't have a contract out on me, it's not a problem.
You think a trained killer will like us?
What's not to love? The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
This is great. Thanks, Neve.
It's what I'm here for.
You said the crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
No, jej przyjaciele są naszymi.
These people sound great. I mean, if they're anything like you.
No one's as good as they seem. But they try.
So we talked to the crows in Antiva and the shadow dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
To co, do Belary teraz? Cofać się? Do Treviso lub do doków. Spotkaj się z Belarą przy Eluwianie. Otwórz dziennik. Dobra, śledźmy to z Belarą zadanie. Będzie można się cofnąć, nie?
Almost there. I just have to. Shit! Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I've got it. Mostly. Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion. There you have it. What is that place? If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Alluvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Veer of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
Morrigan got this one wrong? Or misspoke?
Morgan can be a little inscrutable sometimes, but she chooses her words very carefully. Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Illuvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes. Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solas. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Who are you? And how did you get here?
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
Nie ufam. Nie, dobra, bądźmy ostrożni.
We have no idea what or who they are, so let's be careful. We need to be ready for anything.
And we still don't know what this Illuvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Notatki. Kodeks. Magiczny tłumik. I tutaj proszę bardzo, list od Solasa. Te notatki też nam wpadły. Od Charter. 8% kodeksu. Ciekawe, czy uda nam się wszystko zdobyć w tym kodeksie. Kogo my mamy? Zmień towarzyszy. Zobaczmy, jak to działa. Okej. Dobra, czyli tutaj w ten sposób przed każdym zadaniem praktycznie można dobierać sobie towarzyszy, nie w dowolnym momencie, tak jak miało to w Baldur's Gate. Tam to było chyba lepiej jednak rozwiązane trochę.
Hello again. Who are you?
A caretaker. I go where I am needed, dweller. Now, I am here.
And where is here?
The crossroads.
Can you help us? I get the feeling this is no place to get lost.
The Evanurus hunger for the crossroads. Their influence is spreading. Blight, death, madness. They send their minions to claim this place. The crossroads is in a time of need, dweller. I cannot protect you.
You don't have to. If you're standing against the gods, then consider us reinforcements.
Zapuść się w głąb rozdroży. Odblokowano szybką podróż. Zbierz drużynę. To jest szybka podróż, tak? To są te punkty. Czy my tu musimy eksplorować dokładnie na start?
Blight, roots, and magical seals? What's through there?
Serce skażenia, nowe zadanie. Kurczę. A jakby to wyglądało? Mapa, świat, obszar. Czemu nie mogę teraz śledzić tego zadania? Tego jeszcze nie ogarnąłem. Mamy mapę. Po 3-kroć zapieczętowana brama. Dziennik, właśnie. Kilka obszarów rozwoju zostało odciętych przez wici plagi. Jeśli drużyna chce zgłębić tajemnicę tego miejsca, musi znaleźć sposób na osiągnięcie skażenia. Dobra. Czyli co? Ale nas kierują jeszcze w odpowiednie miejsca. Zróbmy sobie nasze pierwsze poboczne zadanie. To wygląda, jakby miało zaraz wstać.
Yeah, this dog seems sturdy. So you can ferry us to the other islands?
Winds await, dweller.
I'll take that as a yes.
Places between.
Sami popłynęliśmy? Już w trójkę.
The spirits here were driven out, refugees now from the gods' minions. I have summoned the guardians of the crossroads to protect them. Beware. The guardians repel all interlopers.
Which means us, too.
Coś mi bardzo tu nie pasi, drodzy państwo. Smokem cienia. Udaj się do Treviso lub doków. Tutaj byśmy musieli. Dobra, słuchajcie. Może uda się tu dostać. Wytrop 3 źródła. Kogo rozgromić?
The Fater! That's where they're breaking through.
The gods are breaching the fate itself. Just for us.
Dobra, jeden leży. Oj. Ale oberwałem.
Let's go again.
Dobra. Generalnie tu jest coś. Tu jest coś. Czy ty byś mnie mogła uleczyć? Dziękuję.
I see what unbinds. Bring it, the gods shall be denied.
Dobra, nie tędy. Dajcie mi apteczkę. Pięknie. Czy tu coś by było jeszcze?
The gods' blight and blood magic has sealed the way. Only their champion may open it.
A champion?
It dwells on this island. Challenge the champion and claim its essence. This path will open to you.
Kurde, czy ten czempion nie będzie za mocny dla nas? Ale co się tu wytrwoniło?
The enemies of Empire!
Poproszę teraz o leczenie. Otwórz z drugiej strony. Dobra, my musimy tamtym przejściem przejść koniecznie. Ale to pewnie będzie droga naokoło.
The Guardians can't hold them off for long.
Dobra, ale tutaj odkryliśmy to. Zbierz drużynę jak najbardziej.
Is there something inside it? That's the champion we're looking.
To jest czempion, tak, którego szukamy.
Watch yourselves.
Your turn.
Mocno wali. O cholera. Zajebiście mocno wali. Nie, poproszę leczenie.
Rook, it left something behind.
That's the essence we need. It's cold. Oh, Hope I don't have to carry it for too long.
Tasak łupieszy. Zachwianie niezłe bym miał. Dobra, ogarniemy tu sobie i idziemy tu na górę, tak przypuszczam. Chociaż tam w dół nas
Altar to a
prowadzi.
wolf. Bet I know who that's for.
Your lives are ended.
Okej, w stronę skarbu. Korzystanie ze zdolności towarzyszy przy użyciu sztyletu z lirium. Towarzyszy można wezwać na pomoc sztyletem z lirium, nawet jeśli nie ma ich w drużynie. Co to nie tu? Tam raczej nie. Czy to w ten sposób? Nie mam na tę chwilę pomysłu. Ale dobra, mamy tam naszego przyjaciela. Zaginione miasto. Jaśnię, ale tym razem jestem tego świadoma. Nawet gdyby to była jawa. Po tym miejscu nigdy bym tego nie poznała. Nigdy nie wyśniłabym sobie takiego miejsca. Miasta są pełne ludzi. Puste miasto jest jak kości w dobrej potrawce. Na myśl o tym głodnej kobiecie ma prawo być smutno.
As the gods' champion passed freely, so will you.
Nie wiem, czy tam to na górze dobrze zrobiliśmy. Nowe umiejętności. Może warto od razu nie wydać. Statystyki. Umiejętności, proszę bardzo. Teraz tak, od przypadłości. Koszt. Dobra.
That's a lot of Illuvians, and they're all intact. I wonder where they lead.
Time to find out.
Kurde, ale czekajcie, jak to zakończone na rozdrożach to zadanie? Czy ja je chciałem w ogóle robić? Dobra, szybko do mapy. Serce skażenia. Tutaj. Czyli na prawo do tego punktu. Dobra, że tego nie możemy tu odpalić nawet. To jest najgorsze. Wytrop 3 źródła skażenia. Jeszcze raz wejdźmy na tą mapę. Dziennik. Serce skażenia chcę śledzić. To po co mi się podpowiadają inne zadania? Serce skażenia. A to oznacza, że ja bym musiał wrócić sobie? Czy mogę tak? Spróbujmy wrócić jeszcze, bo ja chciałem generalnie to zadanie serce skażenia ogarnąć sobie. Ale widzę, że tu chyba powrotu nie ma. Tu bym przeszedł jakoś. Jest, jeszcze tutaj możemy udać się tą szybką podróżą. No dobra, i niby tutaj w lewo się kierować. Żeby ukończyć zadanie serce skażenia. Zobaczmy, jak to będzie wyglądało. Fantastycznie, tylko czy ja powinienem tu skakać? No to znamy odpowiedź. To jak się dostaniemy tam do serca skażenia? No bo to jest tu, tak? Jak sobie przelecimy. Serce skażenia. Może to będzie dostępne dopiero w późniejszym etapie, słuchajcie. I tutaj, czyli co? Wracamy tutaj do szybkiej podróży. Ukończyliśmy to jedno z zadań, które nie było tak naprawdę planowane na ten odcinek. Polecieliśmy z fabułą sobie. Czyli my tu musimy przejść. Eluvian Treviso. Może przez ten Eluvian Treviso jeszcze można spróbować przejść. Ale zaznaczyłem to, okej. Aha, dobra, teraz mam obydwa zaznaczone. Śledzone, a odznaczyć się da? Przewijaj, wyśrodkuj, legenda, przybliż, chyba nie. Chyba nie, to spójrzmy, dziennik. Znaki i zwiastuny. Fabuła to są. Dziwnie, wiecie co? Dziwnie to menu wygląda. Ja się generalnie zastanowię nad tym, co tu ugryźć generalnie. W tym Dragon Age, chciałem powiedzieć Baldur's Gate, tak trochę nie wiem czemu te skojarzenia, ale mogą być takie. I będę się żegnał w tym miejscu. Dzięki za oglądanie, cześć.